Good morning, everybody. Welcome in to Rose and Ben. Fall down 7 times, get up 8. The thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. Rose and Ben, 168 years of wisdom, well, mostly trial and error, but you know what I mean. We welcome you in. We have guests this morning. We're going to open with some information, however. Alva has a new mayor. We commented on that previously. That, of course, happened in the election on Tuesday, and a congratulations to now Mayor Joey Milton. Good morning, Rose. How are you as we inch to Valentine's Day?
Oh, I'm great. It's a good day to be alive in Alva, Oklahoma. The weather is nice, and I imagine everybody's out hustling, getting ready to buy those flowers for Valentine's Day. It's indeed, I think it's going to be a nice week, all next week. Now we're going to have rain tomorrow night, which will make all of we farmers happy. And anyway, it's great coming up on Valentine's Day with all the flowers around and the people hustling. So you'll probably get a Valentine from somebody sending you flowers, Benny, or maybe a llama. Who knows?
You know, I am reminded of Jody on the chamber chat with me on Monday, reminding us, actually we did it on Wednesday because we always do it on Monday except when we don't. And they had a board of directors meeting on this particular Monday, so we being Jody, myself, and producer-director Cade Kennedy met on Wednesday. And during that session, we were talking about several things. One is, I talked about how difficult it is for me, it might not be for everybody, to write copy for radio. Radio ads some are 15 seconds, some are 30 seconds, some are 60 seconds, but they're all inside that timed capsule. So how difficult it is to write an ad that, when people hear it, compels them to action. And what made me talk about that was one of our best and oldest, as far as going back in time with the radio station, is Holder Drug. And we have a commercial running right now that Holder Drug is full of wonderful things for Valentine's Day. However, the best commercial about it is not ours. It is done by Sally Eggleston, Sally Holder Eggleston, on Facebook. If you haven't seen it, go to Holder Drug Facebook. Sally she's wearing a tutu and and on camera is doing a tour of all of the Valentine's things, gifts and stuff. I mean, it's compelled me. When we get off of this, on this hour this morning, Rose, I'm going to go down to Holder's. There's 2 things that I saw from Sally on her tutu. One of them was not the tutu, but some of the things that Sally was showing. And the gifts in the shop, and a couple of them I went, oh, that would be, what a unique gift. I'm going to go get that for so-and-so. So, but Sally has some luxuries that we don't have. We have to stay inside a 30-second capsule or a 60-second capsule with our information, and Sally's tour went 11 minutes and 50 seconds. So she gets to do much more of the prettiness and showing the place off. And I promised Angie and Sally and those girls, with a little help from Todd occasionally, I would imagine. I think Todd has a voice in the thing. Rose, and I think his voice is probably the invoice, and that's his struggle, I believe.
Yes, but he cooperates too. I've seen him in some really risque get-ups also.
There is nothing cuter than John Todd Holder in a rabbit suit, which they have and break out. So I'm talking to Jody about these gifts, and she says, "Well, don't forget llamagrams." And I said, "You're going to have to bring me up to speed on that." So it comes from Brat Menagerie. Send your Valentine a llamagram. They are open right now and taking booking. To book, text. You've got your new glasses on, Rose. Okay. So right down there on the bottom is. Oh, I just lost the page for you. Right down there on the bottom it says to book.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a struggle, huh?
Well, I guess I can't read it either. I can't. Can you make that bigger?
I get that a lot, Rose. I get that a lot. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can, Rose. Let's go to producer director Cade Kennedy. We want to book a llamagram, man. It's right down there on the bottom. You got any help?
I can read this for you. You text 580-748-2930 or message Brat Menagerie on Facebook.
and you might, what, Rose? Here, take this microphone.
Oh, to be young again and not 91 and be able to read my word. How could you read that, Cade?
Click on the image and zoom in.
You just, Cade has all kinds of tricks. So included with the llamagram is a card, a llama keychain, and 5 to 10 minutes to take your photo with the llama. So you look at my my little floor cover there that I was given when I retired from the Oklahoma City Blazers. The llama came in right there, Rose, inside the door, and I got to stand by the llama, and they took some pictures of me with the llama. It was a delightful day when I got my llamagram.
You didn't get spit on.
No, Rose. That's just that's in camels. That's in camels. Now, come on. We're doing some PR here, so camels only. You know, we used to long ago when the Little Sahara State Park at Winoka had camels. We would take people out there in the evening when no one was around, and we would be under the guise of, I mean, there were no cell phones then. There was fire, I think, and water. That was about it as far as luxuries. But we would take people out there that were interested but didn't know, and we were going to have them ride the camels. Camels have two stomachs, and one of them is to take care of the digestion, and it's full of really heavy acid, and then the stuff that needs to go to the acid comes down into that, and that's what they spit. And I mean, you know how skunks smell if it gets on you? It's just hard to get off. Camel spit takes on a life of its own. I mean, and camels are large. I mean, it's big spit, you know? It's not a baseball size, it's a softball size.
When you were talking, I thought you were going to say they had two humps instead of two stomachs.
Well, some do. There's a two-hump camel and a one-hump camel. That's a story for another day, however. Today, we're talking about, for the first part of the show, we're talking about Valentine's. Dorothy's Flowers, I went down and chatted with them and sent some flowers to one of the ladies that's at Beatles Nursing Home, or actually took them. And I said, "Are you ready for Valentine's Day?" And Barbara said to Scott, "Show him how ready we are." So he took me back to their walk-in, which is not a small walk-in. I mean, it would be like the size of a regular bedroom, probably in a regular house. That sucker was full of flowers. I mean, full, and they are ready. So Dorothy's Flowers, get on them because they got beautiful, beautiful flowers and a lot of them.
Oh, that means everybody's going to get a bouquet on Valentine's Day. I've got an invite. I'm going to go out on Valentine's Day and I'm going to get to eat.
Where are you going?
Beatles. I got an invitation from my niece.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw her. Yeah, she was. It was in the. I went during the dining area and talked to 2 or 3 people.
How did you know she was my niece?
I've known that for a long time. A long time. Okay. She is very interested in KALV and the live stuff that we do. If you notice in the comments, she comments in a lot of how she enjoyed this or that. She's just a wonderful person, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know her for a long time.
Yes, she's very up on everything and gives me ideas sometimes as who to get.
Oh, for the show to have, that's good. That's good. Well, I hope she's listening, and I hope she doubles down on her efforts and keeps up. We've gotten some compliments recently on people that have been on the show with us, particularly with you, for information.
Oh, okay. My niece is, maybe I need to tell you her name. It's Heather Klein. And her mom and dad are Stan and Deb Klein. And she kind of keeps things moving out there at Beatles. She's on top of everything. And Beatles is a wonderful place that we have in this town. I can't say enough good about Beatles Nursing Home.
And now there are 2, because with the acquisition of the Share facility, there's Beatles New Horizons. We're going to pause for a message here and be back on Rose and Ben. Stay with us. Stay with us. We'll be back.
It's Rose and Ben on KALV.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you. We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
Welcome back to Rose and Ben. It's the radio rodeo, has nothing to do with rodeo, but maybe one day will. We're talking about stuff coming up, and Rosie was pointing out the live stuff that's coming up at Alva Beer Co. And we had Carly in talking about, because you were commenting about, you had to have her explain to you what Singo is. Singo with Dustin. So it's a bingo, kind of a singing kind of a thing. Ethan Shoulders acoustic set on Saturday the 14th, which reminds me, if you're in Winoka at the German restaurant, Katie Bradford is going to entertain there, Valentine's wise. They got a thing coming up at Alva Beer Co. on Thursday the 19th that I'm really interested in. It's from 5 to 6:30. and it's featuring Larry Milburn, who is the manager, newly hired, of the Salt Fork Arena. He'll be the executive director. It'll be a Q&A session, and then on Saturday the 21st, they have the Bison Band in from 6 to 9. A great show. Actually, they'll do 2 sets. Also, want to remind you, and Jody did on Chamber Chats, but we'll remind you, the top 3 nominees are in for the 11th Annual Citizens Choice Awards. That's prom night at the Night Light, Friday, March 27th, brought to us by the Chamber of Commerce. Voting on those nominees closes on February the 28th. You can scan the QR code on the one-sheeter, the invitation to submit digitally, or complete the form and drop by the Chamber office at 502 Oklahoma Boulevard. In order for your ballot to count, you must include your email address. The 3 nominees, there are 3 nominees in each of these categories. Arts, theater, and music is one category. Community positive impact is another. Educator of the Year, Healthcare Professional of the Year, Public Safety Professional of the Year, Entertainment Business of the Year. I think, Rose, you and I narrowly missed. We were probably 4th, probably. Retail Business of the Year, Service Business of the Year. The final 3 categories are Stores Without Doors, the Business of the Year, Citizen of the Year, Lifetime Achievement Award nominees. I'm going to go back to Citizen of the Year and tell you who they are. The nominees are Braylon Brott, Sally Eggleston, and Joe Parsons. So pick your one of those 3 and submit. She was so thrilled, was Jody, because on the first day, which was this week, the first day, she got 70 of the filled out sheets in. So our guest this morning, in person, is Miss Nusser. Tell me again how I say it. Is it Hala?
Hala, yes.
That's why my mother named me Ben. You can't mispronounce that. But Hala, you can mispronounce that.
Yes, you can very easily.
I have a blonde and a redhead daughter, and my redhead's name is Marae, Marae, and she spends half her life spelling her name. Does that happen to you?
A lot. Or people call me Haley or Hala.
I did. I called you Hala, and you went, oh boy, another dummy.
You're fine. I got that a lot with substitute teachers in school.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes, all the time. And all my friends would make fun of me. So the nickname Hala definitely stuck.
Well, you ought to have the name Blunk.
You know that she has a point there, Haley. Rosie has a point. Blanc is tough.
Yes.
So our guest is visiting us from Northwest Tech. And what is your function there?
I am the Biz, or Business and Industries and Services Health Coordinator there.
Now tell me this may not have anything to do with you at all, but I was out there the other night when we did the forum for the guys that were running for mayor. I got out there early to set up the equipment, and so I'm talking to Darren and the executive director, and he said, well, you're going to be out here a little bit. Why don't you just roam around and take a look at the place? You never really have. So I go down this hallway, and it is beautifully decorated with these large posters of the students and what area they're in and what they do. Do you have anything to do with that?
I actually did not, but the students from the digital design and computer and business class, they do a lot of projects like that. Their instructors have them where it's a really great thing that they get to see themselves through the hallway. It's a big project. It does take a lot of time for the instructor and the students involved, but it is a great thing.
Very intricate. I mean, the things that they produced. What I'm describing to you is like a poster, like you would see a poster, Rose, that's maybe, oh, I don't know, 2, maybe even 3 feet across and 3 or 4 feet tall. They decorate the halls with them. So it'll be a picture of the student who's doing what they do. Like if they're a computer student, the picture will be in a computer setting. And then the colors are very vivid, and the description of what the student is doing, what their project is, it's just, I mean, you could read the hallway for a couple of hours. It's that. Am I exaggerating, huh?
Oh, no, it's very intricate. I love seeing all their pictures up. Most of my students are up there from the Health Careers program. I do the nurse aid training. So I teach them how to be certified nursing assistants that work through the nursing home, the clinics, and the hospitals. So that is my main role right now. So I teach a lot of those high school students the pre-nursing basics.
So you know how word of mouth advertising is the very best form of advertising.
Yes, it is.
So I'm out at the Woods County Stock Show on Monday and Tuesday, and I'm interviewing the breed champions and the showmanship winners. And there's a young lady. I interviewed so many people. I think this young lady was an Alva FFA or 4-H member. I'm not sure. But she was so talented. And I said, well, where are you going to go to college? Because she's a senior in high school. She said, oh, I'm so looking forward. I'm going to Northwest Tech. I want to study to be a nurse, and they have the most wonderful program.
Yes. I work side by side with the PN instructors there as well. Usually they come to my class first, get their CNA or medication aid after their CNA, and then they go on to the PN program here at Northwest Tech, which is what I did 7 years ago.
So you've got all that stuff. You know how good it is.
Oh, yes. It's a really great program.
So you were pretty handy there when they started looking for somebody to head up what you do. You were already in the building, kind of.
Yes, I'm always the model. So if they come into my classroom at the very beginning, they have no certification whatsoever. I tell them, I was where you were in high school. And then I just kept moving up the ladder. I'm still moving up. I'm going to Northwestern to achieve my BS in RN right now.
Oh, okay. So you're actively pursuing that right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Tell me a little more about what it is that you're doing out there at the Tech.
At the Tech Center, I do all the nurse aid training. I do some CPR and first aid. I basically give them those stepping stones that they need to get a career. Some of my adults come and they just want that CNA certification so they can go work at a local nursing home or even as far as Waukeeta to work in a nursing facility.
I see. So, I mean, just as soon as they leave you, they're ready.
Oh, yeah, they're ready. They have 88 hours of all the infection control that they need to know, good communication skills, and a lot of practical skills, such as how to groom, how to help someone eat, how to grocery shop for them, how to do all these basic needs that sometimes we just aren't able to have due to disability or just as we age.
Oh, boy. That would be an area that Rose and I could comment on. We may not, but we could, right, Rosie?
That's right. How many hours did you say? Repeat that again.
So it is 88 hours in total, which includes clinical as well as practical skills and bookwork.
And they get that at the Votech school?
Yes, they get all of it with me. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 88 hours.
Yes.
Well, do you have full classes all the time?
They are sporadic. So right now I have one coming up March 30th that will last until April 16th. It'll be Monday through Thursday and from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay. Ben and I probably could come over and they could practice on us.
Absolutely. We're always wanting to use actual people because once you get out in the real world, it's not mannequins. You're working with real individuals who will talk back to you, unlike someone who is just a mannequin that's not able to communicate with you.
What different ages do you have in these classes?
I have anywhere from 16 years old. The oldest student I've ever had was in her 60s.
Wow. Do you have both men and women?
I do. I've had a lot more men come through in the recent years, and we're always needing nurses.
Yes, and they're really nice to be able to have in lift and help.
Yeah, of course.
What did she ask you that they're good to lift and help? You're talking about the men? Women can lift and help, huh?
They can. That's right. They can.
Listen to Rosie. Putting down, I don't know. So, Rosie, have you ever taken a course in CPR?
Oh, a long time ago, just a one night deal, and you put your hands together and you pump on their chest.
So you 1 hour. You have one. You have 1 hour. Oh, okay. You're ready. Go out there and save some lives. So you got a refresher course for Rosie. You may need to put us through it before we. Do you really take live people to practice on?
We do, and sometimes we do each other. We brush each other's teeth. We feed each other. We're using those real skills that they'll use on a real person after my class.
Wow, Rosie, I'd never really thought about this, but this might be something we could do instead of going to the gym.
Oh gosh, I think I'd rather go to the gym.
You don't want somebody to brush your teeth? You'd rather go to the gym? I'll be in getting my teeth brushed if you need me.
Oh dear, my imagination's going wild. But I bet they can do it, because as nice as they treated me when I was incapacitated, I have all the faith in the world.
Wait a minute. You've already seen the skills. How were you incapacitated?
Oh, the trash can ran over me.
The trash can wreck. There may be somebody in our listening area that doesn't know. Rosie was putting out a trash can, one of those large things it's called something. It's not as big as a dumpster, but it's under it. And it was one of those 50-mile-an-hour wind days. So Rosie was seen going down the street like a sailboat with full sails bouncing along. And the custodian, who is so nice, and the head lady, Melinda, who's here in the studio, came to rescue you. Am I close in my assessment?
Yeah, and I said, first they wanted to know if I needed an ambulance. And I said, no, but I don't know how I'm going to get up. And and Tino, the custodian, he just lifted me up.
The lid hit her in the face.
The what?
The lid. The lid of the trash can blew up, and that was the sail part that hit her in the face. And she was bleeding. So...
The assessment by Melinda Barton, who is qualified to make an assessment. When she says she was bleeding, we know that she was bleeding.
Eyewitness.
You're what?
I was an eyewitness to it. Yeah.
Melinda Barton does many things, and one is she's a professional eyewitness. And if you're wondering what Rosie was doing, she lives across the street from the tech center. So when her life goes off the rails, they're kind of handy there for her, and it works out fine. And she's always mobile. I mean, I don't know why she has a house exactly, except she cooks cookies for all of us occasionally. But you only see her coming and going, Melinda.
She can cook cookies for us anytime and bring them across the street. We would love to have some. So.
Okay, she's on it.
Okay, thank you, Rosie. We'll love that.
I don't know how you are on beer. What are the
beer rocks?
Yeah. Her beer rocks are, I took some to an auction, and her beer rocks sold for like more than a rifle. She does some great stuff.
I've heard it's quite a lucrative item at fundraisers.
It is. Rosie, yes, ma'am?
You have to be special to be on the beer rock list.
Oh.
Well, I guess that kind of tells us where we are, Melinda. Neither you nor I have any beer rocks.
No, I don't have any beer rocks.
No beer.
I don't have any cookies, but I would like some. So.
Okay, put us in the order, and really, it'd be a nice gift for us for Valentine's Day.
Oh, you don't know how long it takes. When's Valentine's Day, by the way?
Saturday. So you've got all day, the rest of today, and tonight, tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be ready.
Okay, I'll have to think about that.
So our guest, who is sitting beside us going, this thing went completely off the rails. They're talking about cookies now. That's not why I'm here. So get us back on track here. Are all of your classes full?
They are not full at the moment. I can accept up to 10 people that I can handle by myself because it's just me doing the classes. So 10 people. So I'm open for enrollment starting March 30th for CNA classes.
Oh, it does. And how many classes are there?
It meets Monday through Thursday. So it'll last around 3 weeks.
I see. Okay. And it opens again March 30.
March 30th is our first day of class.
Oh, it is. So you got to get in before then. How you do that?
Just call the 327-0344 at the tech center and just let them know that you're interested in CNA and enrolling, and we'll get you on our list.
Outstanding. How long have you been providing this? How long has these courses been a big deal?
They've been around for a while. I mean, at least since the 90s that I'm aware of. It started with Tara Thomas, who eventually did the PN program. She got us going. And I just stepped into this role March 1st of last year. So I've been there for almost a year in this role. I was just a nurse at the hospital prior. So I'm just using my knowledge from that to teach others how to be empathetic and care for our people.
You're not teaching out of a book. I mean, you are, but I'm sure, but you're teaching from experience. You have done what you're teaching professionally.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's good. That's good.
CNAs are always, it's always a career that has job openings. So that they need them at the hospitals and the nursing homes.
You know, I was in, where was I? I was in Edmond. So the Edmond Sun Booster, or whatever their paper is. I'm looking for something in there that somebody had directed me to. I was going to do a talk that night, and I saw an ad, I think, for what you're talking about with a sign-on bonus. Is that even a possibility?
There is a possibility at some facilities they'll have like $1,000 to $2,000 sign-on bonus, and that includes for nurses, aides, whatever they're needing. And yes, that's people need the money right now, so that's really a thing that CNAs are looking for, is that sign-on bonus or extra vacation days, and that's usually what gets the CNA to want to work for that facility.
And that's such a part of the great thing is the people that you are training. There's always going to be a job for. I mean, it's not a diminishing category of skill.
Oh, no. We definitely need CNAs, and not just in the nursing homes. People always think, well, I don't really want to work in the nursing home setting. And that's fine. There's assisted living facilities where they don't need as much help, but you're basically just helping them do day-to-day tasks like setting up their medications for the day or things like that. We also utilize them in the clinic setting now, where they take their vital signs, they schedule appointments, they do a lot of these things. They have phone conversations. So that's where that good communication also comes in.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Okay, Benny, our guest also has another program we need to talk about.
Well, let's not keep it a secret. Let's ask her for the other program that we need to talk about.
Sure. I'm doing a community event. The cost is completely free to the community. It's basically going to teach child safety and wellness because as parents, we don't get a manual for how to raise children. So sometimes piecing those things together, basic first aid, child safety. So I'm offering this to anyone, parents, grandparents, future babysitters, siblings even, on just the basic first aid and knowledge that people often lack if you don't have a medical background. So I'm offering that on Friday, February 27th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Tech Center. And of course, it's free.
So it's a one-time deal. One class, and it's 3 hours?
Yes, and if it's successful, I'll keep doing it every month, every 3 months, however often that we need to offer it.
What's successful? I would think 10 or a dozen people. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Oh, if I even have 5, that's great for me. So 5 or above, we'll keep having the class.
Wow, that opens so many doors that, I could have used some of this maybe 30, 40 years ago. My kids are out there going, man, I wish you would have learned some of that stuff.
Do you teach, is it against the rule to call them little rugrats?
Ooh. I can't tell you that one.
can. I just thought I'd throw that in.
If you have a granddaughter, a daughter, a sister who wants to babysit this summer, this would be a great opportunity for them to get some practical skills and training to be a more qualified babysitter. It's really important that they know what to do with the kids. They just don't walk in and go, "Hi, I'm here and I'm going to watch you for the day." It's good for those young people to have those skills right off the bat.
Without a doubt, and I would think that most people, I mean, there's just no place to get that. I mean, you would get it from your mom when she sent you on your first babysitting deal, and that's about the end of the instruction, huh?
Yes. So it's important. Important skills. Yep.
I used to get 50 cents an hour for babysitting.
Well, and you were slightly overpaid.
The price has gone up a lot for a babysitter.
I'm thinking, okay, let me chime in here. I'm thinking $5 for an evening is probably what was the going rate when I was around the going rate. What's a babysitter? I guess there's no absolute, but what's a fair cost, a fair payment?
Usually nowadays, if it's for a full day, I had a babysitter that would charge me $20 a day, and she would watch my children for 4 days. So that was $80 a week.
Which, when you are just starting out in commerce, that's a pretty good chunk of change.
Oh, yeah. And she would transport them, so that paid for some of her gas, and she would cook for them. She would basically do everything for them. So I would pay her more because she could do those things.
Is that about right to you, Melinda? Is that about the going rate, you think?
I would say $20 to $25 a day. Yeah, that I would think so, depending on how many children too. If it's a significant number of, if it's 2 kids, probably, but if it's more kids than that, it might be more. So, but that's a great amount of money for a high school girl to make, or, young man every week, to take them to their activities, to the pool, to feed them lunch, all those things. So anyway, you want those young people to have those skills, and they'll be better parents when they're adults. So.
For sure. Give us the specs on that again. When and how long?
It's Friday, February 27th at the Tech Center, and it's from 5 to 8 p.m. Call that same phone number, 327-0344, and just tell them that you're interested so we can expect a certain amount of people.
And it's free?
It's free.
Well, that's awfully kind of you.
Absolutely. And I eventually want to get things that I can hand out. So I'm looking for local businesses to donate some thermometers so I can just give thermometers to every parent that comes.
Okay. All right. Okay, Rosie, we have something to do on that Friday now, so book that in there. We are in the midst of the Rose and Ben Radio Rodeo Roundup. Has nothing to do with rodeo, but someday may possibly. We'll be back after this important message.
It's Rose and Ben on KALV. Let's talk about your future. Are you looking for a career change or possibly training in computers, health careers, automotive, cosmetology, digital design, electrical trades, welding, or biomedical sciences? At Northwest Technology Center, we offer these programs for adults, high school, and homeschool students from Alene Clio, Alva, Canton, Cherokee, Fairview, Freedom, Ringwood, and Winoka. Call to enroll today at 580-327-0344 in Alva or 580-227-3708 in Fairview. Northwest Technology Center is preparing students for success in education, careers, and life. This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
It's Rose and Ben on the radio. Our guests this morning, we have 2 on this segment of our show. Melinda Barton from Northwest Tech, all things to all people, and Hala Nusser. And what is your job title?
The Biz Health Coordinator.
We're saying biz.
Yes, for business industry services.
How are we spelling biz?
BIS.
Okay, I can do that now. I can do that. Biz it is. You've given us your duties and what you have coming up, but you have more.
Yes, I just want to let anyone know if they're wanting to go into the medical field, then CNA is where to start, and I will help them achieve whatever their last goal is. Even if it's not nursing, even if they want to be an EMT or just a phlebotomist, someone that draws your blood at the lab, I can connect them with all those important resources that they would need available.
That's good. That's good. Rosie, do you see anything in here that excites you other than you want to be a body for the CPR teachers?
That's really a phenomenal program, especially both of them. But, you know, do you touch on babies? You know, if you get a little baby to babysit, do you have any special instructions about that?
Yes, I go over basic things on how to care for an infant that is 0 to about 2 years old. I basically go through all the milestones that a child would reach before age 12.
That's pretty important because, you know, if you go leave a little baby, you don't want to just leave it with anybody.
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay. But yes, these are both phenomenal programs.
Thank you.
And do you have anything else?
I think that's all I've got for you.
We sure appreciate you coming out. And Melinda, thank you very much. I hope that you have a great Valentine's Day. It's just around the corner, as you know. I was apprising Rosie of kind of what I would like for Valentine's Day, but nothing is stuck yet.
Well, you know, jewelry and chocolate are always good.
You can't have too much chocolate. And I'm guessing you can't have too much jewelry,
Probably
huh?
not. No.
Well, how are things out on the hill with you? Out on, what's that, 11th Street?
Things are great out on 11th Street.
How many different, this might not be a fair question,
Okay.
but we keep interviewing and getting to know people that have special training and do special training. How many different kinds of trainings can you get at Northwest Tech, or does it vary?
We have 7 daytime programs, which are high school and adult students at Alva, and 7 at Fairview. And some of those cross over, but there are some differences. Like we have an electrical trades program here at Alva, and we don't have that at Fairview, but we have a welding program at Fairview that we don't have at Alva. And we have a cosmetology program at Fairview that we don't have at Alva, but we have nursing here at Alva that is not offered at Fairview. So some of the programs are the same, you know, automotive, technology, biomedical sciences, digital design, but there are some differences from campus to campus. And then we also have our business and industry training, which is the biz. That's what Halo was talking about. And we do adult training. Last year had almost 10,000 enrollments between Alva and Fairview. For adult students getting that business and industry training. So it's a lot of classes are offered, a lot of training is offered, and the Tech Center is a great place to take advantage of that. If you look in our catalog or on our website and you see something that's not there that you need, if you'll just reach out to whichever campus you're closest to, we can help you figure that out to get some different certifications. We worked with over 100 businesses last year in the Alva and the Fairview area. So, you know, we try to help our business and industry customers get a lot of, you know, maybe it's customized type training that they need. You know, they need forklifts, they need hydraulics, they need something that's unusual for, you know, the normal person who, you know, maybe doesn't go out and drive a forklift every day, or, you know, and so through our business and industry training, we're able to do those things. So anyway, thank you for asking that.
Wow, I had no idea that it was that accomplished. So you mentioned a full campus in Fairview, a full campus in Alva, and one of the pluses of that, I think, is they're not great distances apart. I mean, it's not anything for somebody from Alva to take a class in Fairview or vice versa.
That's true. It's not. It's about a 50-minute drive between Alva and Fairview. And then we serve the communities that are near Alva and near Fairview. So the school districts that send their students to Fairview would be Fairview, Canton, Allen, Clio, and Ringwood. And then we have the schools that send their students to Alva, which is Alva, Cherokee, Winoka, and Freedom. So anyway, we have, local reach, and then a little bit further out for most of Northwest Oklahoma. So, but it's not far away. If you would like to get certified in welding and, maybe you graduated from high school last year, the year before, and you need to drive down to Fairview, we certainly have students that do that. If you want to do the practical nursing program here, and you live in Ringwood, people can drive to Alva to take that. So anyway, it's a great opportunity for Northwest Oklahoma.
Without a doubt. And I was speaking with Darren Slater the other day about what happened was a person called me and said, hey, I heard you guys talking about the truck driving school, but when I called Fairview, you were talking about it was in Fairview. When I called Fairview, it was no longer there, but it's somewhere else. So I guess that kind of
rotates.
It what?
It rotates. The truck driving school rotates between several campuses. Both Northwest Tech campuses have it. It rotates between our two campuses. It also rotates with High Plains in Woodward and Chisholm Trail Technology Center. That is a cooperative program that is used statewide, and it's out of Central Technology Center in Drumright. That's the, main provider for that. And then they bring their trucks to our area. And so we'll have a class in Alva this spring, and then in June, we'll have a class that starts in Fairview. And between that, I think they go to Woodward in between, but they can take 12 students at a time in the truck driver training, because that's 2 people per truck, and then they have to have enough instructors to do that. But we have almost everyone who finishes that program and passes their certification is employed right away. And so, and that's a very lucrative job.
And it makes all the sense in the world that it would rotate, because the equipment in a lot of these classes doesn't cost all that much. But in this particular class, the equipment costs a bunch. Yes. So to be able to rotate the trucks through various schools is not only a necessity, but a really good idea.
Yeah, it's a really good idea, and it's a great, just efficient way to use resources for training in our area. If you have driven past Northwest Technology Center in Alva, our truck driver training pad is just to the south of our school. There's a metal building that they used to have gymnastics there, and now the tech center owns that building. And so behind it is our truck driver pad, where it's graveled, and they will drive and practice all the stuff that they need to before they hit the road. So I'm glad about that. I want them to know those skills well. Then if you have driven past the Fairview campus, our pad right there is just to the north of the building. And so they've had classes at Fairview for a couple of years now. And then Alva, we started having our classes up here probably about a year ago. And so anyway, but the truck driver training is a fabulous opportunity. And yeah, it's been really well received. So.
Without a doubt, the guy that was interested and made the phone call to me, I ended up talking to later, and I said, "So you're in the course?" And he went, "No, it was full by the time I got there, but I'm going to the next one." And
it'll come around again. So, and it's $4,300 to take the course. It's about 5 weeks long, and they have the trucks for you to practice so that you can get the hours needed to go ahead and get your certification. So there's classroom and on the road parts of the class.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I saw the trucks in town and asked. I think I asked Darren about it, and one part of it is as you get close to the end of it, you make a trek through the town that you're in, so that your instructor can make sure that you can do all of that stuff within the law.
Yes, and the safety part of it is really important, so that the guys or ladies who go out and drive those trucks know all of the safety factors that are involved, and then they do have to take a certification test. They have to take a skills test, which is just similar to what you would take like when you get your regular driver's license. You know, you have to go out there and show them that you know how to do all the turns and park and be able to accommodate hills and passing and all the things. And so anyway, they do all of that in the truck driver training course. Our instructor actually for that who rotates is from Alva, Jason Perks. I don't know if you are acquainted with Jason, but he is a really great instructor, and he's one of the team that will come and help with the teaching everybody to do everything, and they have instructors that ride with them, and there's several that work together, but Jason is one of the main instructors.
Good guy. Yeah, he came out when the trucks came in maybe a year ago. He and Darren came out and did the show with us, so I got to meet him, and he's really well informed about what he does.
Yes, he is. And I mean, he is great with our students. He works well with them. You have to have a special knack to be a teacher, I think, and a way with people, and he definitely does. So
for sure, it takes a little get to and try, for sure. Do we have one more? Okay, we're going to pause for this message. We'll be back with more of Rose and Ben, the Radio Rodeo Roundup. Stay with us.
You're listening to Rose and Ben on KALV.
Beatles New Beginnings Nursing Center is proud to offer comprehensive care solutions for those who matter most. From rehabilitation and palliative care to skilled nursing and long-term care, Beatles is committed to providing comfort, dignity, and peace of mind. Now, with a second location, the Beatles family continues its long-standing tradition of excellence, serving the people of Northwest Oklahoma with the same compassion and dedication they've been known for. Come by and see them at 720 North Share Boulevard in Alva. Beatles New Beginnings Nursing Center, your care, your comfort, your community.
This is Rose and Ben on KALV.
Rosie and Ben on the radio. We're so glad that you joined us. It couldn't be a more beautiful day. We did not comment on the weather. My goodness, we should. If there's never, ever a reason to comment, it would be today. What a gorgeous day. And our guest today, you just heard from Melinda Barton from Northwest Tech, and before that, you heard a complete wrap up of what Hala Nusser does. And I think we got it all, did we?
I believe you did. I'm always willing and open to new classes that someone has that they would like us to offer at Northwest Tech. But thank you so much for having me. And if you need any more information, I'm at the Tech. So
okay, and if you get something new, let us know so that we can talk about it.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's go quickly now, and thank you for joining us, both of you. Let's go quickly now to, don't forget, we have Rosie's Gems to Live By. Let's go quickly now to Cade Kennedy and catch up on Northwestern.
Well, quickly, big games tonight in Weatherford. Northwestern going down to take on Southwestern. Lady Rangers play at 5:30 with the men to follow at 7:30. Don't forget tomorrow as well, Winoka Districts at Arnett, 6:30 and 8. Lady Rails at 6:30, Rails at 8. And then baseball's on the road. They're at Harding. They've had some weather problems they're going to have, so they're moving their games up tomorrow. They'll play at noon and 3. Softball has a bye. Track and field's going. Everyone's going. It's incredibly busy. Basketball will play against. There's too much going on, Ben.
And he fits in time, Rosie, to come and help us. So bless Cade Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, you receive so much information in this show. It's almost information overload. But do you pay attention when Rosie comes to the microphone stop what you're doing. Here is Rosie's gem to live by.
I not only have one, I have two today. I think I got gypped one day and didn't get to give one.
I'm not sure it went that way exactly, Rosie, but we'll accept that explanation. So now, okay, everybody's quiet. Everybody's got a pen ready. Okay, here's Rosie.
Okay. This one is by Steve Jobs. He said, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are probably the ones who do. In other words, keep that old self-confidence up. And this other one kind of applies to me. The older I get, the healthier I've been.
Yeah, the older I get, the more skilled I was. Yeah, without a doubt. Yep. Was is the word we're looking for here. Okay, go back to what you were doing. Smoke them if you got them. Rosie is done for a week. We'll be back next week with the most mature and latest morning show in America.
You never told my age. You always tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to clean that area up, but the 91-year-old Rose Blunk has spoken. So here we are, 168 years of combined fall down 7 times, get up 8. We will see you in 1 week on Rose and Ben and the Radio Rodeo Roundup. We now return you to what we laughingly call regular programming.